Hi, I'm Lauren Brent with the Scottsbluff Star-Herald. I'm sitting down in our first table talk with Jennifer Resig, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming Monument Marathon. So Jennifer, how has registration been going for this year's event?
It's been going well, and thank you for having me. I appreciate this opportunity. It's going really well. We've had May is usually our biggest month of registration, and that was the same thing this year. We had a lot of people register in May. That's when our first price increase, or the end of the lowest price. First price increase was on June 1st, so all of the registrations went up by $10 at that time, so we get a lot of people that register. We currently have 238 people registered for the marathon, heading towards probably right around 500, and we'll have a lot of registrations that come in yet, and even a few last minute ones. A lot of the locals that like to run the 5K often will register up to the very end, and registrations even open at the expo the day before race day. But we do encourage people to register early because we want to get your t-shirt. If you register late, you might not get a t-shirt, and we want to make sure that everybody gets that.
Okay. When people go to the expo, can they pay with credit card and cash?
They can, yes.
Okay. And what is the expo?
What the expo is it's our health expo, health and fitness expo. So it's a time for runners and community members to connect. All of the runners go to the expo to pick up their race bag. So they're in town. It's from noon to 8 o'clock on September 27th. It's a Friday. It's the day before race day. And then we have all of our sponsors have an opportunity to have a booth at the expo, and many of them do. And then there are many additional vendors. Last year we had a runner taping station for runners who wanted to get taped before race day, and just an opportunity for them to have some of those muscles that maybe give them a little bit of problem, get support so that they have that on race day. And then just lots of fun giveaways, and then we also have a pasta feed that day from 5 to 8, and it's all at the Gehring Civic Center, and we have entertainment at the pasta feed. This year we'll be adding a speaker. His name is Bill Watts, and he's a native of Chadron, and he lives and runs in Colorado, and he's going to be coming back and speaking to the average runner, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say this year.
And when people register for the marathon, all of that is included with the expo cost, or is that a separate
The pasta feed is a separate cost.
Okay.
The pasta feed is an all-you-can-eat. It's a $10 charge, and that's another reason we really encourage people to register ahead of time, because then we can get that count to the Civic Center and have enough food prepared for the pasta feed. And that's open not just to runners, that's open to anyone in the community. Come out, plan to spend a couple hours at the expo, meet some runners, and learn a little bit more about what we're doing and the people who've come to the community to run.
Okay. And then when people are out on the course, where are they going this year? Do you know yet? The route?
Oh, the route. It's the same route that we've had
Okay.
since the beginning. This is the 8th year of the Monument Marathon, and this is the 4th year of the 5K. We added the 5K 4 years ago, and so there's a full, a half, and a 5K. The full course starts up in the Wildcat Hills by the Nature Center, and all runners come to Five Rocks to start, and we bus those full runners up to the Nature Center in the Wildcat Hills.
Okay.
And then the full course comes down there, winds around a little bit south of Gehring, and runners can see our course maps at monumentmarathon.com.
Okay.
And then as those full marathoners pass Five Rocks Amphitheater there, that's where the half course joins. And both the full and the half runners start at the same time. So the half runners will be far beyond then by the time the full runners get there. And then both courses go together around the monument. So they go along Old Oregon Trail Road, and then along the Canal Road behind the monument, and then come out in Monument Shadows neighborhood, and then wind around, come past the Gehring Cemetery, and then finish again at Five Rocks.
And then with this year being the bicentennial for the monument, how are you partnering with them to kind of make that a bigger part of
Yeah,
the
we've
monument?
worked with Kayla Gasker at the Scottsbluff National Monument to celebrate their centennial, and we've done some we've really looked at that pioneer spirit, and something that of course the monument is really focusing on, and we're looking at that aspect of it as well. The runners run right along the Oregon Trail, Old Oregon Trail Road. The Oregon Trail went right through there, so it's really an opportunity for people around the country who maybe are interested in history, they're interested in getting out and running a race that's a little bit unique, to come in to run our race, because we're mixed surface. We're not just roads, we're also the canal road. There's the canal road back behind the Gehring Cemetery, neighborhoods. For the full marathon, you're out running from the Wildcat Hills south of Gehring, so a lot of variety of our course, and coupling that with the monument and their history, and it's a neat opportunity for runners to really get to celebrate that history this year.
And when people are coming to run and everything, how would you say the atmosphere is between runners and volunteers in the larger community?
I think the volunteers love to be out there supporting the runners. They love to be cheering for them. We have volunteers all over, from people who are helping ahead of time to at the expo, greeting the runners there, cheering them on the course, course marshals helping them make sure they know where they're going, and then people who are connecting with the runners at the after party. I think the community really enjoys having the runners come to our community and celebrate the fact that they're here to run this race. And then when I'm out in other areas promoting the race, and when I talk to the runners here, they all say what a great race this is because of the volunteers. And they just love the support that the community gives to them when they come here.
If somebody wants to volunteer, who should they get a hold of?
They can contact us at it's racedirector@wncc.edu. That comes to me and Alina Hahn, who is our volunteer coordinator for the marathon this year, and we've already started reaching out to volunteers to see if they want their same spot back that they had last year, and a lot of people have a favorite spot that they've helped us at the same spot the whole time, and we really appreciate the loyalty of our volunteers, but we're always looking to add new people as well.
And do you know, with registration being open for a while now, kind of how broad the area is for runners to come from, as far as just the United States, or is it a global thing?
Right now, everyone is from the United States. We've had a contingent from Canada in the past. So far, they have not registered and don't have anyone from Canada yet this year. Last year, we had someone from Germany. We've had them from all over, but this year we have people from everywhere in the country. I don't think we have an Alaska runner yet, but we have a Hawaii runner. We have runners from Massachusetts, runners a lot from Florida. We've got runners from the Pacific Northwest, as well as a lot of runners from Colorado, from Wyoming, from elsewhere in Nebraska. Currently, about 75% of our registered runners are from outside the Panhandle.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. And then the event, is this kind of like a build-off for larger marathons like the Boston Marathon?
We are a qualifier for the Boston Marathon, so the full and the half course are certified. So we are a Boston qualifier, and that's a question we get a lot when we're out at other race expos. Runners want to know if this is a qualifier. And then we get a lot of runners that come here that are running a marathon in all 50 states or a half marathon in all 50 states. So they see this as a great opportunity to get their Nebraska race.
Okay. How do you get the qualification?
That goes through the U.S. Track and Field Association, and that is a course certification that was done in 2012 when the marathon first started, and then we will need to recertify for the 10th year, and we're currently at the 8th year.
Okay.
So we're already starting to do some research and some planning for that.
Okay. And when people participate in this, how does this impact like the education partnership with WNCC?
Well, the Monument Marathon is actually the largest annual fundraiser of the WNCC Foundation. I'm the race director of the marathon, but I'm also the director of the WNCC Foundation. And so all proceeds from the marathon support student scholarships at WNCC. And each year we raise between $40,000 and $50,000 towards student scholarships through the marathon.
Okay. How many students does that typically help?
You know, it kind of depends. An average student scholarship is between $1,000, even $500, and $2,500. So depends on the year, depends on just the student base we have and the type of scholarships, but it certainly supports a lot of students.
Awesome. I'm trying to think of anything anything else? Is there anything else that you want the public to know about the event as it comes closer?
Yeah, I would say definitely the public be mindful of runners out there. I know that, when I'm out in the morning, I see a lot of people out there running, getting ready for the race, and often they might have someone riding along with them on a bicycle, and so just watch for those runners that are out there. And also, I just want to thank our sponsors. We've got a huge list of sponsors, our major sponsors who help support this. We could not do this without Platte Valley Companies, of course, is our title sponsor, and we have sponsors who sponsor the start line for both the full and the half. We've got a 5K sponsor, as well as businesses who sponsor our aid stations. We have multiple aid stations throughout the course, and businesses can do a sponsorship to sponsor the aid station, and then they can either work that as a business, and a lot of businesses really enjoy getting their employees involved in that way, or we have volunteers that can man those aid stations, and then we have businesses that sponsor mile markers. So along the course, of course, we need to have wayfinding for the runners, and each of those signs has a sponsor logo on it. And without those sponsors, this would not happen without the sponsors. And of course, WNCC and the Star Herald are great partners with us as well.
Awesome.
So, and I would say for lots more information, go to monumentmarathon.com. We've got our full list of sponsors. We've got information on sponsorships if there are businesses that are wanting to sponsor, and then also information on volunteering, as well as course information, hotel information, visitor information for those who are coming for the race.
Thank you all for joining us for our first edition of Table Talk, and thank you to Jennifer for taking time out of your day to come and share information. For more information on the Monument Marathon, visit monumentmarathon.com, or to help volunteer or for more information, you can reach out through race director at wncc.edu.